So if we're going to do the playlist, let's go ahead and start it now. We're going to start seated today, actually, or sitting on your heels, up to you. So, either be sitting on the heels here or just in a comfortable seat, totally up to you. And let's start to settle in. And we'll take a nice deep inhale in to lengthen through the spine. And a nice exhale out through the mouth. One more like that, maybe letting the eyes soften and shut. Nice deep inhale in to lengthen through. Exhaling out through the mouth. And just start to tune into your breath more here. Focusing in on the inhales and exhales. Letting go of any distractions from the day. Anything to do later. Let it all go and come into this here and now. And if you haven't already, start to move the breath rounds through the nose. Inhales through the nose. And exhales out through the nose. And as you breathe, notice the counts of your inhales and exhales. And start to lengthen out your exhales a count or two longer than your inhales. Fully deflating the belly as you breathe out. A couple more on your own breath round. This breath work here, the longer exhales and inhales. Go of everything and come into this space here now. Do one last deep inhale in together. Then exhale through the mouth, lion's breath. Go ahead and open the eyes. Start to wiggle the fingers again here. And on your inhale, we're going to sweep our arms up overhead, bringing the gaze up overhead, palms together. Exhale, arms down, tuck the chin in. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up overhead, chin comes up, gaze comes up, palms together. And we'll exhale it down. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up overhead one more time, and this time we're going to interlace the fingers, face the palms towards the sky. Exhaling here. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, we're going to hinge off to the right. Keep the belly toned in. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale up to the left. Back up to center, and as you exhale, we'll bring our hands down and behind the back, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Take an inhale to broaden through the chest, draw the hands away from the seat. And as you exhale, we're going to turn open to the right, bringing the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, we'll come back to center, and we'll turn open to the left, gaze over the left shoulder. Back to center on your inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to back bend backwards, drawing the hands further away from the seat. Gaze goes up overhead. We'll take an exhale here. Inhaling in. And as you exhale, we're going to hinge and fold forward, bringing the forehead down to the floor, arms up over our head. Maybe rock back and forth a little bit on the forehead. And we'll go ahead and release the hands down, press your hands into the floor, bringing the torso up. And then if you're in a seat, we're going to come onto our, sitting our heels here and start to walk your hands behind you so that your hands are underneath your shoulders, palms facing towards your feet. Take an inhale to lift your seat up towards the sky, head goes up, chin goes back. Exhale it down. And inhale, we'll lift up one more time here. And exhale down. And then we'll make our way to tabletop all fours. You can roll up the mat a little bit now on the back. Double it down if you want. Spread the fingertips out nice and wide, full palm on the floor. We'll do a few cat-cows here. So inhale, we're going to drop the belly, lift the chin up, broadening through the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin in. Inhale, we'll lift the chin up, drop the belly down, shoulder blades together. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. One more like that, inhaling up. And then exhale, we'll round the spine one more time. And make our way back to a neutral spine. We'll just start to draw some circles around our wrists with our shoulders, maybe accentuating out your hip movements here. Just kind of doing whatever feels good as you roll around, making these circles. Switching up the direction. And then we'll make our way back to a neutral spine. And we're going to do some one arm, one leg lifts. So inhale, our left arm is going to go up, our right leg is going to go back. Exhale it down. Keep the belly nice and toned through these. Inhale the right arm up, left leg back. Exhale it down. We're going to add an element on. So inhale the left arm up, right leg back, and hold for your exhale. And now we're going to inhale, and we're going to sweep the right leg out and the left arm to the side. And hold here. And then inhale back with the right leg behind you, left arm in front. And exhale it down. Inhale that right arm up, left leg back. Hold here for an exhale. Then inhale, your right arm's going to go out to the side, left leg is going to go out to the side. And exhale. Inhaling back to center. And then exhale down. Gonna add one more element onto this. So inhale the left arm up, right leg back behind you, and fold. And then we'll inhale the right arm or right leg out, left arm out, and hold. Inhale the left arm up, right leg back behind you, and hold as you bend your right knee in. Sweep your left hand behind you, or to come into half bow. So grab the top of your left or right foot with your left hand and start to kick into your left hand with your right foot, lifting the right knee up as high as you can. Nice work. One last inhale in. As you exhale, release and bring the right knee down, left hand down. Inhale the right arm up, left leg back, and hold. Sweep the right arm out, left leg out, and hold. Inhale back to center, and then start to bend the left knee, sweeping that right arm around, grabbing the top of the left foot with the right hand, and kick into that right hand with the left foot, lifting the left knee up as high as you can. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale it down. Come to sitting on your heels. Place the tops of the hands in front of your knees. And give yourself a nice little reprieve for the wrist here. Make our way back to our tabletop position here. Take an inhale through cow. And as you exhale, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees, come to plank pose. Strong plank here. And we're going to inhale, and we're going to shift our weight forward so our shoulders are in front of our fingertips. And as you exhale, take the entire exhale to lower all the way down to the ground, keeping the elbows as close to the ribs as you can. And then arms will come down by your side, untuck the toes. We're doing Shalabhasana here. So inhale, we're gonna lift the torso and head up and the arms up. Shoulder blades come together. Exhale it down. Now we're gonna add the legs in. So inhale the shoulder, the torso, the legs, the arms, everything up. And hold. Taking a nice deep inhale in as you hold, and then exhale it back down. And now we're going to bend our right leg in towards our glute. Grab the top of the right foot with the right hand on the inside of the foot. You can bring your left arm underneath your forehead if you want. And start to pull that right foot in towards your glute and down towards the floor. Grabbing the inside of your foot. Yeah, there you go. You can turn open to the right a little bit if you want. And we'll go ahead and release. Switch places with your arms. So right arm is now underneath your forehead. Bend the left knee in. Grab the top of the left foot. And pull that heel in towards your glute. And with your nice long inhales and exhales. Go ahead and release that foot down. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes. And we're going to press up to a plank pose on your inhale. And exhale to a downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here if you want to. First down dog of the day. Just notice where your shoulders are. And if they're up by your ears, try to draw the shoulder blades down the back. We'll come to a nice neutral down dog. Focusing on the hands first, pushing that seat up and back behind you, pushing your chest down towards the floor, letting the head hang heavy. And then start to drive the heels down towards the floor behind you as you straighten the legs. On your next inhale, we're going to bend our knees nice and deep up to the front of the mat. As you exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands in a forward fold. Halfway lift is on your inhale. Nice long spine here. Shoulder blades together. Exhale, we'll hinge and fold. Sweep the arms up overhead as you come all the way up onto your tippy toes. Then exhale to Tadasana, arms by your side. We'll move through a couple sun A's here. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're gonna hinge and fold. Halfway lift is on your inhale, long spine here. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your plank pose. And we're gonna move through a vinyasa, shifting your weight forward on the inhale. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Up dog or cobras on your inhale. Exhaling to down dog. And from your down dog, we're gonna bend our knees nice and deep on the inhale, and exhale, walk or float to meet your hands in a forward fold. Half lift is on the inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. Sweep the arms up overhead, coming all the way up to the tippy toes. And exhale to Tadasana, arms by your side. One more time through that, sweeping the arms up overhead, tippy toes. Exhale, hinge and fold. Half lift on the inhale, nice long spine here. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back to plank and move through your vinyasa. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. From your down dog, we're gonna bend our knees nice and deep on the inhale, and exhale to walk or float to meet your hands in a forward fold. Half lift on the inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up overhead, tippy toes. And then exhale to Tadasana, arms by your side. This is great with the pruning that was done. All right, so we're gonna move to a modified sun B now. So like, listen to me as we're going through this. It's gonna be a little bit different than what we usually do. Inhale, we're gonna sweep the arms up overhead, tippy toes. Exhale to your chair pose. Seat comes down and back behind you. Arms are up overhead. Drive that tailbone down towards the back of the mat. So tuck the tummy in just a bit to take a little bit of the curvature out of the low back. Nice job. Nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, we're gonna hinge and fold. Step back to your plank pose. And we'll move through vinyasa, inhaling to shift your weight forward. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. From your down dog, we're gonna lift our right foot up and back behind us. Exhale through to your low lunge. We're gonna stay in the low lunge. Then we're gonna drop our knee down towards the mat, our back knee, and hover it, and then lift it back up. Drop the back knee down and hover, and lift it back up. Drop the back knee down, and we're gonna leave it down, untuck the toes, come up to Anjaneyasana, and exhale here. Nice deep inhale in. And as you exhale, bring your right hand to the top of your right knee. Start to bend your left knee in behind you, grabbing the top of your foot and pulling it in towards your glute. If you want, you can bring that right arm up overhead. And we'll go ahead and release, frame your front foot, lift the back knee, and then we're gonna rise up to crescent lunge. Nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll frame our front foot. Step back to plank, vinyasa, or you can skip it and come to down dog. And from your down dog, the left foot's gonna go up and back behind us this time. Exhaling through to a low lunge. Stay in your low lunge. We're gonna drop the back knee down, hover it, and then lift it back up and straighten. Drop it down and hover. And then lift it back up to straighten. Drop it down. And this time we'll leave it down. Untuck the toes. Rise up with your torso. Anjaneyasana. And exhale here. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left hand to the top of the left knee. Turn behind you as you start to bend your right knee in. You bring your fingertips down to the floor if you want to get into this position. Didn't realize how hard it was on that side. It was easier on the other side for me. And pull that glute, or sorry, yeah, heel in towards the glute. Pull the glute into the heel, heel to the glute. One of the two, you know. Just pull it in. Nice deep inhale here, and then we'll release, frame the front foot, lift the back knee, and then rise up to crescent lunge, keeping the back heel up. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, we'll frame the front foot, step the right foot to meet the left in a forward fold. Half lift is on your inhale. Exhale to chair pose. I told you to listen. Feet down and back behind you, nice and deep. One last deep inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to come to Tadasana, arms by your side. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale out. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, you're going to sweep your left arm under your right. And then wrap it around and come into this little half pretzel pose here. And take an inhale in, lifting the elbows up towards the level of your shoulders. Tone in the belly and exhale out. One last inhale here. As you exhale, go ahead and unwind, sweeping the arms back up overhead. And exhale, we'll switch the side. So right arm comes under the left, wrapping that hand around. And take an inhale to lift the elbows up towards the shoulder level. Keeping the belly nice and toned, trying to keep the back straight. And exhale here. Nice deep inhale in. And exhale, we'll go ahead and release. Just check in with our Tadasana. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Grounding in through the floor. The front of our waistband is rolling up as the front of our ribs are rolling down, kind of tucking that tummy in just a bit. And draw the shoulder blades together just a tad. And slight tuck of the chin here. Palms are facing forward. Breathe in this position for a couple breath rounds, maybe letting the eyes soften and shut. Before we move to our next little pose. All right. So on our next inhale, we'll sweep our arms up, tippy toes. Exhale, we're gonna hinge and fold, belly to thighs. Halfway lifts on your inhale. We're gonna do a non-traditional little flow here. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back to plank, and we're gonna hold in plank. We'll take an inhale to bring our weight forward a little bit here, and exhale, we're gonna lower all the way down to the ground. Bend both knees in, grabbing the tops of both feet from the outside this time. And then take an inhale and start to kick into your hands, coming into our full bow pose here. Exhale, releasing, plant your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck the toes, press up to plank, and then back to downward facing dog. From our down dog, we're gonna lift our, from our down dog, we're gonna bend our knees, look to the front of the mat. And we're gonna hop and place our feet to the outside of our hands here. So take an inhale in, exhale, hop the feet to the outside of our hands. Bring the feet down, hands together, Malasana. And in this Malasana, feel free to rock back and forth a little bit. Now we'll bring our hands back to the floor. Lift your seat up, step back to your plank pose again. Take an inhale in, and we're gonna press back to down dog. Inhale the right foot up and back behind you. And hold here for your exhale. Now inhale, bend your right knee in towards your chest. Trying to keep the back nice and long. Exhaling here. Inhale, you're gonna bring your right leg out to the side and place your foot down to the side. Exhaling here. Inhale that leg right back underneath you here, bending the knee towards the chest. And now you're gonna bring the right leg across the body. So the outside edge of the foot comes to the left side of the mat. Inhale the right knee back in. And now exhale, bring it between your hands. And inhale up to a crescent lunge. Exhaling to settle the hips, keeping that back heel lifted. So now we're going to kick off with our back toes, and we're going to bring our left knee up in front of us. A nice deep inhale in. As you exhale, kick off, and we're going to lift that left knee in front of us. Bring your hands to heart center. Left ankle comes on top of the right thigh. Standing figure four as you bend the right knee. Leaning forward with your torso. Inhale here. And exhale out. Inhale, we'll start to straighten that leg. Hands come down by your side. Left foot comes to meet the right. Nice work. Inhale, we'll sweep both arms up overhead, tippy toes. Exhale, we'll hinge and fold, belly to thighs. Halfway lift is on your inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back to plank and hold in your plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward, and exhale, lower all the way down, taking the entire exhale to lower down. Bend both knees, grab the tops of both feet. And exhale here. And then inhale, start to kick into your hand with your feet. And hold. One more inhale here, and then go ahead and release the legs down. Hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, press up to a plank pose, and then to a downward facing dog. One more time to Malasana. So we're gonna hop to our feet, so our feet are on the outsides of our hands. Take a nice deep inhale as you bend the knees. Exhale, hop those feet to the outsides of the hands. Let the seat come down as your hands come to heart center. Nice work. You can hold or you can rock back and forth, totally up to you. We'll bring the hands down to the mat, lift the seat up. Go ahead and step or float back to a plank pose here. And then press back to your downward facing dog. Left foot comes up and back behind you on your inhale. Exhale to hold. Now inhale, bend that left knee in towards the chest, keeping the spine nice and long, and hold. And now inhale, the left foot to the outside of the mat as far as you can. Coming into a tripod-y kind of pose here. Inhale that left knee back to the chest. And then exhale it to the outside of the right side of the mat. So across the body, outside edge of the foot is on the mat. Inhale it back. to the middle here, underneath the torso, and then exhale it through to a low lunge. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Back heel stays up. Exhale to settle the hips. Nice work, everyone. Totally different style there. Make sure you're driving the back of the back knee up as high as you can, straightening out that leg. Driving the back heel down behind you as much as you can. And we're gonna kick off with the back toes next and bring that right knee up in front of us. So nice deep inhale in. As you exhale, kick off and bring that right knee up in front of you, bringing the hands down to heart center. Right ankle comes on top of their left thigh, sinking down, bending the left knee. Nice work, everyone. One more inhale in. Fall over, just come back into it or make whoop, whoop, whoop sounds like I did. And then exhale, bring the right foot down, arms by your side, Tadasana. All right, we're gonna come into full eagle now. So I'm gonna not do the opposite of you, so it'll be opposite if you're looking at me. So just listen to what I'm saying rather than watch what I'm saying, watch what I'm doing. So we'll start with our arms. Inhale the arms up overhead. And we're gonna wrap the right arm underneath the left and then twist it around into eagle arms. And then come up onto your right toes. And then bring the right leg across the left, bending into the left leg and bringing the right toes down. And then if you want, you can wrap those right toes behind your calf and really sink deep into your left leg. Keep those those elbows up as high as you can here. Nice work, good adjustment. And you're more than welcome to just keep those right toes down if you want on the outside of the left leg. One more inhale. And as you exhale, let's go ahead and unwind. And we'll switch sides. Sweep both arms up overhead. And this time we'll bring the left arm under the right, wrapping that left hand around onto the right palm. Now we'll come up onto the left toes, bringing all the weight into your right foot. Cross the left leg across the right thigh. And start to bend into the right leg. And then you can keep the left toes down if you want, like this. Or you can wrap those toes behind you. Of course, each side presents itself a little differently. So whatever works on this side might be a little different than the other side. Sinking nice and deep to the right knee. One last inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and unwind and take a few breaths. Check in with that Tadasana again. Taking a moment here between our flows. Your next inhale, we're going to sweep our arms up overhead, tippy toes. Exhale, we're going to hinge and fold, belly to thighs. Halfway lift is coming on the inhale. Exhale, we're going to plant our hands, step or float back to plank, and we're going to hold in plank. Inhale, we'll shift our shoulders over our fingertips. Exhale, keeping the elbows in, lower all the way down to the ground. Bend both knees in, grab the tops of the feet. Take an inhale to start kicking into your hands, lifting the back knees up. And hold here. Nice deep inhale in. And exhale, go ahead and release, bringing the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, press up to plank, and down to downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot up and back behind you. Exhaling here. Inhale, bend the right knee towards your chest. And exhale here. Inhale the right leg out, placing that full out to the outside, placing that full foot on the ground if you can. Keep pushing that seat up and back behind you, keeping the chest down. And then inhale that right knee back to your chest. Exhale out to across the body. Outside edge of the foot comes to the left side of the mat. Inhale it back to center. And then exhale through to your low lunge. Inhale, we're gonna rise right up to a crescent lunge here. And exhale to settle the hips. A little bit different here. We're gonna come right into a warrior three this time. So nice deep inhale in. We're gonna kick off with our toes, kicking up, lifting that back leg up, straightening the right leg. Arms can come by your side. Nice work. Really lift that back leg up as high as you can. Really lift, lift, lift. You've got this. Nice deep inhale in. As you exhale, hinge and fold over your leg, coming to standing splits, lifting that back foot higher up if you can. One more inhale here, and as you exhale, bring that left foot to meet the right in a forward fold. Half lift is on your inhale, nice long spine here. Exhale, hinge and fold. Sweep the arms up overhead, coming up all the way to your tippy toes. And then exhale to Tadasana, arms by your side. Switching sides here. Inhale the arms overhead, tippy toes. Exhale, we're gonna hinge and fold, belly to thighs. Halfway lifts coming on your inhale. Long spine, shoulder blades together. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back to plank, holding your plank. Inhale in to shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Bend the knees, grab the tops of the feet again one more time. Then kick into those hands as you lift your torso up, your knees up, chin comes up, gaze comes up. Nice work. Exhale it down, releasing the feet, hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes. Press up to plank into downward facing dog. Left foot comes up and back behind you on your inhale. Exhaling here. Inhale the left knee up towards the chest. And then bring it to the outside of the mat, placing that full foot on the ground if you can put it all on there. At least the inside edge of the foot. Take a moment to press that seat up and back behind you more. And then inhale it back to center. Exhale it across the body. Outside edge of the foot comes across the body here. Inhale it back to center. Then exhale through to your low lunge. Rise up to crescent lunge on your inhale. Exhale to settle the hips. Nice work, everyone. Y'all are doing great. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale out. We're coming to warrior three next. So kick off with those right toes on your exhale. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, kick off and straighten that left leg as the right leg comes up and back behind you. Gaze is straight down in front of the mat in front of you. Lift, 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 lift with that leg. You got this. Maybe curl those left toes to help get you some balance. One last inhale here. Now fold over that left leg, coming to standing splits, lifting that right leg up higher behind you. Nice work. One more deep inhale here, and as you exhale, bring that right foot down to meet the left in a forward fold. Halfway lift is on the inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. Let the head hang nice and heavy here. Let's grab opposite elbows. Ragdoll, maybe rocking back and forth. We'll be there for a few breath rounds. Good. Release the elbows. Halfway lift is on the inhale. And fold on the exhale. Sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale to Tadasana, arms by your side. Take a turn to the right side of our mat. Nice wide step out. Toes will be at an angle here. Hands are going to be at our hips to start. Actually, let's do hands at heart center. Let's just go ahead and do that. Now start to bend into the knees. We're coming into goddess pose here. So bring the feet down and back behind you, keeping the spine nice and long. And now you can bring your arms out to a cactus shape if you want. And you can come up onto those tippy toes if you want, coming into the full expression of this pose, drawing the feet down a little bit further if you're up on those tippy toes. Nice work. Y'all are doing great. One last inhale here. And as you exhale, bring the heels down, straighten the legs, heel toe the feet in together. And we'll make our way back to the tops of our mat, moving through our last flow. So sweeping the arms up overhead, tippy toes. Exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, plank the hands, step back to plank and hold here. Inhaling to shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower all the way down, taking that whole exhale down. You know the drill now, so bend the knees, grab the tops of the feet. Take an inhale to kick through the feet into the hands. Exhale it right down, moving quicker on this one. Tuck the toes, press the hands up into plank and into downward facing dog. Right foot comes up and back behind you. Exhale it to bend and come towards your chest. Inhale it to the outside, placing that sole of the foot down. Inhale it back to center. And then exhale it to the outside, or across the body, sorry. Inhale it back to center. And then exhale back to a three-legged dog. And then we'll take an inhale here. This time we're going to scorpion our dog, stacking the hips, bending the knee. Back up to three-legged dog, and then exhale through to a low lunge. Rise up to crescent lunge on your inhale. And exhale here. Nice deep inhale in. We're going to kick off for warrior three. Straightening that right leg, left leg comes up and back behind you. Now you're more than welcome to stay in warrior three, or if you want to come into dancer's pose, bend the left knee, grab the top of the left foot, and then start to kick into that left foot as you straighten that right arm out in front of you. Torso can come up a bit here for this. Holding here, you guys are doing great. Holding, holding, one last deep inhale here. And then exhale, go ahead and release the left foot to meet the right in a forward fold. Halfway lifts on the inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. Sweep the arms up overhead. We got one more side to do. Tippy toes. And exhale to Tadasana. Arms by your side. Take a centering breath in between. And exhale. Inhale, we'll sweep our arms up overhead, tippy toes. Exhale, we're going to hinge and fold, belly to thighs. Halfway lift is on the inhale, nice long spine. Plant the hands, step or float back to plank. And then we'll inhale to shift our weight over our fingertips. Exhale, lower all the way down. We'll bend the knees in, grab the tops of the feet, and start to kick into your hands with your feet on the inhale. Exhale, bring the knees back down, release the feet. Hands under the shoulders, press up to your plank on your inhale. Exhale into down dog. Left foot comes up and back behind you. Exhale in here. Inhale the left knee into your chest. And then exhale it out to the left side of the mat, straight out to the side of you. Sole the foot down. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, bring it across the body, outside the left foot to the mat, or the floor. It's not really on the mat. Inhale back to center. Exhale back to your three-legged dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, we're gonna scorpion the dog, stacking the hips, bending the knee. Back up to three-legged dog. Exhale it through to your low lunge. Rise up to crescent lunge on your inhale. Exhale to settle it. Inhale in. As you exhale, we're going to kick off to our warrior three. Again, you can stay in your warrior three, or you can bring your torso up a tad and bend that right knee, grabbing the top of that right foot with the right hand. And start to bring the left arm in front of you, dancer's pose, kicking into that right hand with your right foot, lifting the right knee up as high as you can. Really lift, 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 lift. Nice work, everyone. Y'all are doing great. One more deep inhale. And we'll exhale, bringing that right foot to meet the left. Forward fold. Knees down to the mat, to the outside edge, making your way to a child pose. Forehead down to the mat, arms out long in front of you. Nice job, everyone. That was not super easy. Nice long inhales and exhales here. Coming back to your breath. Now we're going to go ahead and pull our torsos up, bringing our seat and our torso up. Sweep our feet around, and we're going to make our way all the way to our back. We'll pull both knees into the chest. Maybe rock back and forth on the low back. Maybe a little up and down if you want. You can do circles if you want to, whatever feels good for the low back here. And then we'll pull both knees closely into the chest. Let the left leg go long. Grab the outside of your right knee with your left hand and roll onto the left hip, bringing your right arm out to the side. Over the right arm. come back up, keeping the left leg out long. And now let the right leg kind of splay out to the side, placing the right hand on the inside of the right knee, keeping the right knee nice and bent. And then the left hand goes on left hip here. Now we'll come back to center, pulling both knees into the chest. Now let the right leg go long. Grab the outside of the left knee with the right hand and roll onto the right hip, letting the left arm go long next to you. Gaze can go over that left arm. Now we'll come back to center. Keep the right leg long. Bring the right leg to, or left leg to the outside, keeping the left knee bent. Place the left hand on the inside of the left thigh or knee. Right hand comes on top of the right hip. Use the left hand to press that left knee down towards the floor. Come back to center, both knees to the chest one more time. And then we'll place both soles of the feet on the ground, elbows by the side, knees are bent. And fingertips are up towards the sky, and we'll do a couple bridge poses here. Inhale, we're gonna lift the seat up, rolling up the spine on your inhale, taking that entire inhale to lift up. Exhale, take the entire exhale to roll back down. Inhale, we'll lift the tailbone up and start rolling up the spine, lifting that seat up. And then exhale it back down. Inhale, we'll roll back up. And this time we're gonna hold. If you want to bring your hands under your seat, interlacing your fingers and start to walk up onto your shoulders a little bit more, you're welcome to do that. Really pressing the hips and the belly up towards the sky. One last inhale in here. And as you exhale, we'll go ahead and roll back down the spine. Knees to chest one last time here. And then take any final movements that feel good. Maybe a happy baby. Maybe a plow feels good to all that. Whatever the body is asking for, calling for. Totally up to you. Whenever it feels like your body is ready, we'll make our way to our final resting pose of Shavasana. Legs out long, or if you want to have your knees splayed out wide, feet together, knees bent, you're more than welcome to do that. Any variation of Shavasana is totally fine. Whatever variation you're in, just let everything relax and melt into the mat below you. Quick scan of the body to see if anything is holding any tension. And letting it release. Going up the legs, through the hips, the torso, the chest, the arms and the hands. Finally letting the neck and head relax fully. Let the jaw relax. And the eyebrows relax. And rest for our final moments together. Start to bring some awareness back to the breath. Noticing the rise and the fall of your chest and belly. We'll bring some small movements back to the body. Wiggling out the fingers and the toes. Rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Eventually making up your way so that your arms come overhead, stretching all the way from your fingertips to your toes. Whenever you're ready, bend one knee in at a time and roll off onto your favorite side, making a pillow with your bottom arm. From here, we'll take a nice deep breath in together, letting it go through the mouth. One more like that. Nice deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you're ready, press your way up to a comfortable seat. And once you've arrived, take a moment to notice how you feel. Noticing any changes to the body, the breath, or the mind. And a moment of appreciation for your time spent on the mat this evening. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you all for showing up this evening, sharing your practice, and sharing your light. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the night and week, and namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Elise.
Yeah,
Nice to have you back.
I'll be returning.
All righty.
Okay.
See ya.